Hello and welcome to Stanover Model Railway. I'm Mark. Just a different sort of video for you today. I'll try and keep this brief. It's just to cover, I haven't done a lot on the layout, unfortunately lately. I just don't have the time and they're up to Christmas. But this is just to show you a couple of little jobs I've done on the layout, and also the competition prize that I won on Jason Junction. That's the channel what Jason runs. It's been YouTube Tuesday before Christmas. We do a subscriber giveaway. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to what I've been doing. Right, okay folks. So for those of you who watch Barnard's Junction, I guess there's probably a few of you who do, but if you don't, Jason does or has been doing a regular series of live streams on a Tuesday called YouTube Tuesday, funny enough. He does live streams. Well, the one he did on the last Tuesday before Christmas, he did a subscriber giveaway stream. And in that stream he gave away quite a few prizes to his subscribers. Obviously you had to be subscribed for, I think it was at least 24 hours before, but I'm sure Jason can correct me on that. But yeah, anyway, he gave away, and this is all off his own back as well, he gave away quite a few prizes. I believe he also done some for his members, members only one for members of his channel the day before. I'm not a member, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to subscribe to you, Jason, and Alan at Buck Junction, a good few of you, unfortunately I just cannot afford to be a channel member, but I do really appreciate what you've done. As I say, you've done this off your own back, and I can't appreciate it anymore, and I can't thank you enough, mate. But anyway, sorry, excuse me a minute. Yeah, so Jason goes the prize away, and I was lucky enough to win one of those. It's now arrived in the post, or what's today? Today is Monday, so the bank holiday, so it's the second today, so that this arrived Friday or Saturday, I can't remember. But anyway, obviously I won't show you the address side, but here it is. I know what it is, but I'll unwrap it and show you guys anyway. So I'll be back in a sec, just while I unwrap this, and then I'll show it to you. Right, now opened the parcel from Jason, so we'll have a quick look at what we got, what I won. There's a nice touch. Jason's actually put a couple of business cards in there, so that's the Model Railway YouTube Community Group one, which obviously Jason Barnard's Junction is a member of. That's the back side, and he's also left his actual own business card for his own channel, which I think is quite a nice touch as well. There's the back of it. Nice touch, Jason. Give me an idea there, although whether I'll actually do it or not, I don't know. Don't really accuse of copyright here, but yeah, no, it's a nice touch, Jason. Thanks for that. And the main prizes themselves. And that was, I got a Westhill Wagon Works mouse mat, so there you go. No doubt I'll use that if I don't use it on the main computer, because obviously I'm more of a Steam fan myself, even though obviously I was born in the late 70s and grew up in the 80s and 90s, so therefore really I should be in electric and diesels. I'm not, they just don't do anything for me. And I prefer my Steam. I've been brought up on Steam from a young age, and it's just sort of stuck with me really. So it's nice to see the developments in the modern world of the modern locos, whether they be diesel or electric, and you know, you should see what EMU's designs come out as well. And the EMU's, I think I prefer my steamer, but do appreciate that, Jason. Don't get me wrong, I really do appreciate it. And if I don't use it next to the computer, I've got a laptop what I can use it with as well, or I can swap between my current mouse mat and this one on the computer from time to time. So I do appreciate that. So thank you for that, Jason. That will be put to use. put it down a sec, excuse me. And I also got a Westhill Wagonworks hard standing with rail chairs, which is that one there. Again, probably, I'll show you the back first, sorry. Oh, I think this actually comes like from the tote. Yeah, so that's the back. So as you can see, sorry guys, you're probably getting a load of reflection off of that. But there you go, that's the kit. So you got a hard stand. It's basically a hard standing area with some round chairs. Put your own rails in, so you can cut your rails to the length and probably cut the hard stand length. It's all painted up and that, but yeah. Again, maybe slightly too modern for mine, but having said that, I'm sure even in Steam days they had some hard standing areas on the shed. But yeah, I'm just grateful, so grateful to win it. I really do appreciate you running that competition, Jason. I say I can't thank you enough for that. Don't win it for anything very often, as I'm sure other people have said. What to say, but I do appreciate it, mate. It's so kind of you and so generous to do a competition like that. So I do appreciate it. I just only wish I could get the subscribers up to anywhere near your numbers, or even some of the other favourites as well. But I'm sure I'll get there. But yeah, so this is about it. So thank you very much, Jason. It is really appreciated, and no doubt at some point in the future this will be used. I have got some ideas for the my current engine shed. So stay tuned, because you could well see this in there, or a form of it in the future. But that's what she was better to say. I'd just like to thank you very much, Jason. Very kind and appreciated. And thanks again, mate. Right. This is just to show you something I've recently acquired. I didn't get much, well, didn't get anywhere with related stuff for Christmas, but that's neither here or there. I'm grateful for anything I got. So if your family watching, please note that I am very, very grateful for my presents. I really appreciate them. I know times are tough for everyone, and etc. I do appreciate what I got, but I did treat myself for some money what I did receive from elsewhere. Hopefully it'll help with some filming, either for videos for this channel, so either the Stanover channel or other channels, or just for my own personal use. What I got was a Gorilla Pod starter kit. I thought I would try it to help, so it might get make some shots easier from when I'm filming the layout, or as I say, for my personal use for my own videos or whatever. But anyway, I'll show you what it is. So that's what I got. I picked it up from Curry's because it was it's about the same price everywhere, and it was the cheapest place to get it from. Well, not cheapest, the easiest place, sorry, to get it from. Not so very cheap, so from what I researched, most of the prices were the same for it everywhere else. But as you can see, it's a little flexible tripod stand, which I shall basically use my phone unless I get an action camera at some point. I don't know if I will, but yeah. Anyway, so I thought I'd just treat myself to this, so that it may well help out with the filming and help keep the camera steady when I'm doing certain shots, either on the layout or when I go around to visit Alan at Buckingham Junction and film some of my locos, or the locos what my brother and myself heritage for my late father. When I run them around Buckingham Junction, might help with filming them as well. So I just thought I'd show you, just to fill a bit of time and so you could see. So hopefully we'll have some steadier shots and get some different angles with this in the future, but we'll see. Right, okay. This is a view of the hidden fiddle yard as such, which isn't actually hidden, because as you can see I've taken the wall out what's normally between here and the engine shed and the engine yard to hide it. But yeah, basically my layout, as you know, is an end-to-end layout, and obviously I run from the station end into the fiddle yard at this end, so it comes out of the tunnel will be a better tunnel once I get finished it to the freeway point, which then got another point there, which then, so it splits into 4 sidings, so I can order 4 sets of coaches and locos, etc., wagons, basically 4 train consists. Anyway, I noticed when I was running, I think it's the last time that, and I hadn't really thought about it when I did it, but as you can see, the sidings are not quite the correct space and apart. They should. I did try and do them as the bigger streamline spacing with the tool, so that's obviously the platform height and spacing tool, what Pico do. Now, what I'm trying to remember, which was the streamline. Yeah, the streamline is this one here. Sorry, I'm not showing you guys. So it's between the bottom 2 there and there, the top 2 of set tray. But as you can see, it's not quite the right distance apart when I laid it, because I was trying to lay room to make sure I get the engine shed in. This distance here, although it's not quite right, it's offers enough clearance. The main problem I've got, just take that away, is when I go down here, as you can see, hopefully, I'll split the bird case up. These 2 coaches here, I'll just move them up a bit closer for you. Excuse me, hold them as well, because I need to really raise this board as well, because it goes downhill. I think it's the floor in this room where I keep that, rather than the legs being too short, although they could be, but I think it's more like the floor. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, they're quite, I'll just let them go, they're quite close together. So the gap between this track and that track is okay, but as you can see, this gap here between these 2 tracks is not enough. So I've been noticing, especially with my bigger locos, i.e. the tender ones, because they're wider than the tank ones, they tend to stock can hit each other more at this end more than it should. I think this track here, apart from obviously here, it's a bit close, but yeah, between there and there is about roughly the right distance. I can't really say because there's stock there, so I can't really show you because I've got my stock in it. But yeah, it's too close together. So my plan is to obviously get the rolling stock out of the way. I'll probably keep the gap between these 2 about the same, but I think this side and this side I need to relay. And probably this point here I need to slightly move over towards me in alignment and get the space in between them 2 a bit wider, and get this one just very slightly wider. I'll just get it just right so that I don't have locos seeing each other. So I think that's today's project. So if you bear with me, I shall clear the stock out, get on with it, and hopefully come back to you with it relayed with the correct gap between these 3 sidings. As you can see, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see, I've got wires holding it, because obviously these end and all the sidings are isolated, so that I can, once the stock, the loco and the coaches run, or loco wagons, whichever, once the train consistors run in, I can have a loco on the other end to either shunt it out and shunt it to one of the other 3 sidings, or, you know, run the set back in with a different loco. But yeah, providing I've got enough slack on these wires down there for the isolate wires, which I think I have, I should be able to get these moved over, not take too much space over here, so there's enough of a gap for all the engines. I may have to remake them all out of different material, but yeah, the idea for now is to get a bigger gap, so that, as you can see, the gap between these is too narrow. It needs to be more like that gap there for locos as well, so I'm trying to get a bit more of a gap. So I'll stop waffling now, and hopefully I'll get back to you with that. Okay, so here we are. It's a little while later. Unfortunately, I had a problem with soldering a couple of wires for the isolators, because all the sidings are isolated up that end, as I showed you before, and obviously they're all controlled, or the isolating bit is controlled from my little control panel. Sorry, down there. Let's go back. So as you can see, hopefully you can see, they're the Fiddle yard sidings are now a lot straighter, and hopefully they'll stay like that. Hopefully there'll be some more clearance, and the correct clearance, so the things go in and out this way. I'll show you that in a minute. Obviously I'll put the engine shed back, the wall back, the water tower back, and the other bit of wall which I've got to finish off once I do the finish off the tunnel. The only thing I did manage to do is this buffer stop. I forgot to take it off, so I knocked it about a bit, so it's not really secure properly. My late father used to glue his to the track, but I haven't done until mine, because obviously I've done some moving about, and that's why I left doing it. So I wanted to move when I could, but hopefully, as you can see, it's dark because obviously it's evening now, so we're under the room lighting. Well, I'll say LED bulb lighting, but yeah, the gap here is quite narrow now, so I may have to make up another wall with foam board or something. I don't know, I'll see later on, but maybe I'll just get these done. I have to apologise to the wife as well, that's Sarah. Unfortunately the air turned a bit blue earlier today. I got the siding in fine, measured them out fine, got the gaps right, but when it comes to wiring, that wire there was being a little bit of a so-and-so, and it wouldn't stay where I wanted to, or solder on, and before I even put it through the board, it all bent. I mean, it's Pico wire, Pico Electrics wire, so it's not cheap wire. It's not obviously the dearest, but it's not the cheapest. It's what I use. It's just the right size for this, but it was bending on the end and being a little bit of a so-and-so to get through the hole. So I do apologise to my lovely darling wife Sarah for that. I didn't mean to do it, but I couldn't help it. But it's better if I did it out of the video than in the video. But anyway, they're all done. I have tested them. So if you give me a second, I'll come back and show you the clearances now. Right, okay. So I've run a couple of stocks in, or rolling stocks in, items in. I split the bird cage set up just because it was easier and quicker, and obviously I've got the push-pull set there with the O2 on there. Hopefully you'll see that in another video to come soon, but anyway, just try and make this quick. Hopefully you can see, so you have to excuse the light, but you should be able to see there that there's more clearance there and a more even clearance. Should read alright with me bigger tender locos just to make sure, but hopefully, as you can see there, I'm trying to get down a bit more, so sorry there's not much light here, but hopefully you can see that the sidings are more evenly gapped now, and there should be more clearance between them. Obviously I'll see when I put tender locos in, but hopefully, fingers crossed, touch the old woods, it should be okay. So I won't bore you anymore with this. Just going to try and make this quick, but there you go. I thought I'd see it and show you so that I haven't been completely idle. Right, sorry guys and girls, just one more quick thing. I don't want to keep you any longer. Just while I've had the soldering on out today, this is my little sort of test track where I can put my rolling road on. As you can see, it's just a length of track on a block of wood. Actually come off the old Fiddle yard board, which was really only 2 roads wide. Also expanded it to 4 roads to put the engine on. But anyway, yeah. Originally I was just clipping in. I've got a spare controller, just resting down there, the old Hornby controller. It's one of the better ones. Whatever made, even that's older. But yeah, originally I was clipping the track to it. Not clipping the track to it, clipping the power straight to the track. But I decided as a soldering iron out today that I would use push together chocolate blocks and solder two wires to the track and connect them up to the chocolate block, so I can just clip wires to the pins of that one, because it's a pin push one, rather than collecting the track. Keep it neat, keep it neater and tidier, and save wear and tear on the end of the track. Not that it really matters, but it just makes it easier to connect to. Obviously this block I will have a screw in or glue down, but I just ain't got more time today. But yeah, just want to show you this because it's another little thing I've done. It does work. It's got the P class on it. So yeah, as you can see, it powers and works that alright. I'll just look at the other way. There you go. So you can see that it works and powers. And that's the only other thing I've done today. Right, I'll leave that there, guys and girls. Right, well, I do hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Sorry if I waffled on a bit. I didn't mean to, but I just thought it would be something different to do, and hopefully something a bit more interesting for you. I hope you found something useful in that. So I'd just like to say thanks again, once again, to Jason Junction for any competition. Much appreciated, and much appreciated for the fight, for your generosity, mate. Thank you very much. And I'd say thank you, obviously to all my subscribers, both old and new. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you stick with me in the future. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Remember, it's free to subscribe to any channels on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up like button. Take care, everyone. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all soon on Stanover Model Railway. Bye for now.